Hello, this message is for Councilmember Kevin Leon. Yes, I'd like to urge you to rename this street to Ruben Salazar Avenue and have Mr. Chavez's name removed. In all respect, I have respect for Mr. Chavez and his crusade against the growers up north and the establishment of the farm workers union in tandem with Dolores Huerta, fighting for decent housing, and I mean it's deplorable the conditions of the farm workers, and I thought it was great what he did up there. But that is a Salinas, California story. What we're talking about here with Ruben Salazar is a Los Angeles story, the city of Los Angeles. Ruben Salazar was a columnist journalist, well, first of all, journalist, and a columnist editorial writer for the LA Times, which is just blocks away from here on 1st Street, from 1959 to 1970. And then he, from there, he covered the war in Vietnam. He covered the 1965 Dominican Republic invasion of the United States and occupation in 1965. And he also did editorials bringing to light corruption within the LAPD and LA County Sheriff's Department against Chicanos, Mexican Americans, planting evidence and all that, all that corruption. And in 1970, in January, he became news director of KMEX Channel 34, the only speaking Spanish station in Los Angeles. And he was killed by a LA County Sheriff's Department deputy named Thomas Wilson, who wasn't even charged with manslaughter. I mean, this idiot shot Mr. Salazar with a flight right projectile 10 inches long. He didn't know he had that in his hand. My opinion, it was an assassination. It was a plot because Chief Ed Davis and LA County Sheriff Peter Pitches were furious at Ruben running those exposés on television now regarding planting of evidence and the corruption within the LAPD and LA County Sheriff's Department against Mexican Americans. Now I'm just going to take another gander over here. Now, Thomas Wilson has never showed any remorse or any sympathy for the Salazar family. He just flippantly said, I don't know what he looked like, and he said he was going to try to shoot up in the ceiling. Idiot, used a flight right projectile. You're only supposed to use that when you're trying to smoke out someone who's barricaded in a building. Okay, now obviously this was a planned assassination. Mr. Salazar was covering the National Chicano Moratorium Committee against the Vietnam War, their march that they held in East Los Angeles on August 29, 1970, and they knew he was going to be there. And I think that he was under surveillance. They followed him to the Silver Dollar Cafe, again in Los Angeles, and that's where he lost his life. He was being pursued. He went in. The march turned out to be a full-scale riot, thanks by the Nazi tactics of those LA County Sheriff's Department. A bunch of stormtroopers and thugs that were slapping people around with batons, hitting women in the head and back of the neck, and just brutality. Those guys should have been fired, all a bunch of damn Nazis, okay? But that was 1970 Los Angeles, LA County Sheriff's Department, and LAPD, another corrupt agency. It was really a secret police, like Savak in Iran, And these two agencies are run by two bigots, Ed Davis and Peter Pitches. So this is what I'm asking you, sir, is to rename this street Ruben Salazar Avenue. He deserves it. He lost his life here. He dedicated his life. He supported the Chicano Power movement. He was out there in the trenches exposing corruption, and he deserves to be acknowledged. Cesar Chavez, you've had so much, I mean, oh my God, high schools, and honestly, in all respect, what did he do for us? I mean, other than he advocated for the farm worker. Okay, yeah, that's our vegetables and everything, but that was up in Salinas. This is Los Angeles. Ruben Salazar was based in Los Angeles. He made his mark here in Los Angeles. And I am urging you, sir, to get this done. It'll be real nice in your resume. And they're having this done. Again, there it is. You can take another gander up here. Here's Cesar E. Chavez Avenue. Hopefully one day it will be Ruben Salazar Avenue. Thank you very much.